The Urge. Maria Bartiromo with a special Monday appearance. Looking forward to having Maria Bartiromo on. At Maria Bartiromo, you know what I'm talking about. How are you?
Hello, Jamie.
Thank you so much for this special appearance. I know you're tight on time, but we wanted to make sure we heard from you. By the way, congratulations on that takedown. I know it's kind of late on Obamacare of Gruber. That was fantastic. It's viral. It's legendary. Good move.
It's gone viral because, I mean, he really set me off when he said the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare has nothing to do with job loss. What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, it has everything to do with what we've seen in employment and decisions that managers have made in terms of not adding more employees. So that's really, I mean, I just couldn't let him off the hook on that.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, furthermore, as we go into the future, we see the big brown door visits, as we call them, right there up in New Jersey, and now heading to Trump Tower. And what do you think the importance of, for instance, some of his appointments regarding the economy, like the Commerce Secretary, these kinds of things? How important are these positions to our economy?
Well, I mean, look, when you look at the business landscape, we have had, the highest corporate taxes in the industrialized world, or one of, in the last several years. We have had an economy that is sort of stuck in neutral. And I think getting a business person in some of these jobs, like a Wilbur Ross as Commerce Secretary, is going to be very positive because these people know what it is to run a business. They've done a balance sheet. They've done a P&L. And so when you actually have a business person running some of these departments, you will get a different tone and you will get a different outlook on things. Whereas rather than making it really difficult for businesses, they will likely make it a lot better of an environment. Whereas you make an environment attractive for businesses to create jobs and invest. So if you lower corporate taxes, if you roll back regulation, and you're not strangling businesses, perhaps they'll use that extra money to hire more people and to invest in R&D and invest in IT and further creating jobs. So I think that's the ultimate goal, and that's why having a business person running the country is also setting a different tone.
Yeah, no doubt. I think generally what happens is it's all about confidence. I mean, businesses, as you know, and as you pointed out, plan. I mean, they plan 5 years ahead,
right.
And this helps.
Yeah, and there's a reason that over the last several years you've seen businesses just sit on cash. I mean, look at all of the economic data that we've seen, things like durable goods orders, things like GDP, all of these things are at a standstill. And the reason is because businesses have not invested. They're sitting on cash, unsure of what's around the corner and unsure of what else they're going to have to pay for. There are 2,000 pages of new regulations that President Obama has put in place, from Dodd-Frank to the EPA to Obamacare and everything in between. And as a result, businesses are just saddled with regulation and high fees. And they don't know what's around the corner. So no doubt, when you don't know what's around the corner, you freeze, you sit on cash. That's what individuals do too, by the way, when they don't know what's around the corner. So we're in this tenuous period right now. I will say this, today on my morning show on the Fox Business Network, we had one person come on and say we're expecting 6% economic growth next year. This is the president of U.S. Trust, Keith Bank. So he's got to allocate capital. He's got to invest all around the world. And he basically is saying, look, you have to change your investment strategy right now because we're looking at an economic growth story of 6% next year once taxes come down and regulations are rolled back. That's a huge thing. We're talking about growth right now, realistically, of under 2% on an annual basis. And so you get to 6%, you're talking about job creation.
No doubt about it. It's interesting too because we, dovetailing out of this fake news, fake meme that's going on out there. It's funny. On October 2nd, the New York Times said on its pages that a Trump win would make the stock market a bit worse than 9/11. And after Trump's victory, the stock market enjoyed its best week since 2011. So,
well, exactly. By the way, you can't trust the mainstream media. But when we were on election night on Fox News, I joined Megyn Kelly and Bret Baier, and the market was down 600 points, Jamie. And Bret said to me, the market's down 600 points. What do you think? And I said, Bret, let me tell you something. What I think. First of all, it looks like Donald Trump is going to win. And if and when that happens, this is going to be an enormous buying opportunity. I really stuck my neck out because I recognize that the Donald Trump economic plan is a growth plan. And like right before our eyes, as he won, everything completely changed. And I think that the reason that the market really rallied is because the investors started recognizing that not only are we talking about a growth plan, but we're talking about a plan that is going to get through. They're going to do a sweep, and they have a Republican House and Senate. And as a result, he will be able to get this plan through. That's why the market's rallying. And that's why we've seen a phenomenal performance since his win. Because investors recognize that when you roll back regulations, when you lower taxes, that's going to impact corporations. It's going to impact corporate earnings. And there's one thing that drives the stock market, and that is corporate earnings.
Well, yeah, and the New York Times also reported that the GOP would lose seats in Congress left and right, and that didn't happen either, so chalk another one up for the fake news. So, hey, Maria, listen, I know that you were on a short period of time. I actually didn't know when you needed to get out, so I've probably taken you longer than you're able to be, but we'll be tuning in, obviously, every morning for you, and then of Sunday morning futures as well, and maybe will we talk to you on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Friday. Well, that's right, because we have Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
No, I won't.
Okay.
You, but I wish you and all of your listeners a beautiful, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you in another week.
Well, indeed, you are one of our many blessings here at the All in the Morning Show. So, Maria, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jamie.
All right.
You too. You're a blessing. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Happy Thanksgiving. At Maria